Good morning, Heat Nation. This is the morning after the game against the Pacers, and yes, this is going to be a complicated part because I couldn't actually record yesterday, so I'm recording it right now. And then we have the pregame, of course, to record tomorrow. But this is why there's not going to be any additions, not going to be any cuts. It's just me talking. I hope I get the numbers right, the ones from my memory. But again, my reaction to the game against the Pacers is that this is it's the same reaction as pretty much every Heat fan with eyes, I think, right? That he played the best game of the season, that Herro didn't have to overperform. The team is his because of the great defensive a great defensive game in general. Even though we did have kind of a third quarter, I don't think we can call it a third quarter. We won that quarter by 7 because of Kevin Love, right? Kevin Love in that quarter alone, scoring 15 points, getting his rebounds, getting his assists. By the way, his assists are also part of the way why he works so well with the starting lineup. With the exception perhaps of the third quarter when we allow them to score more, we also allow them to score a lot from beyond the arc in the first half, which also accounted for a lot of their points. Then we kind of stagnated them. Then he kind of came back, but they never quite came back, right? They came back from 22 points to about 10. They never really came back. We kept pushing the pace. I think we ended the third quarter up 13. In any which case, Bam Adebayo, right? Bam Adebayo ending the night with another double-double, 30 points. The third game in 11 games with 20 plus points. The fourth game in 11 games with 20 plus points, right? You had 2 games with 20, 132 and one with 30 points right now. His efficiency was amazing. So first of all, generally speaking, right, 16 steals tell a lot of the story. Us shooting an average of always above 50% field goal percentage was also a huge part of the story. We ended the night with about 51.7% in field goal percentage. Shooting beyond the arc, we were terrible in the first half, right? Especially, the first quarter. But then we kind of got things together. We got it back to about, if I'm not mistaken, 36%, something like that, in 3-point percentage. And then our free throws are improving. At least the past couple games, we're shooting a little bit better, right? We got to about 83% in free throw percentage, 16 steals and only 10 turnovers. Again, they tell a lot of the story. Our pace was fast because of our fast pace, because of the fact that we managed to always get the ball to the front court as quickly as possible. We had an aggressive and a confident Bam, who didn't get going exactly from the very beginning, from in the first quarter, but who certainly had his moments in the second quarter, and then Love took it in the third quarter, and then Bam, of course, feasted a little bit more in the fourth. But Bam was allowed, as Raf well pointed when I asked him, I asked Raf, why do you think that we had that Bam functioned so much better, whereas we still have Rozier in very low efficiency numbers, and we still have Jay Rich. I mean, improved, but I still don't. I still like to see Burks. I don't understand why Rozier is being given the chance. I mean, I guess is whatever they see in training, but that's a different point. I don't want to get into that. Despite not having great point guards, with the exception of a couple of ball handlers, why did Bam do so well? Because of that fast pace, because of the turnovers, because of the steals. One of them, the last point that he generated, a steal that he got over and basically just got over Mathurin. And then we had the first basket. I think he gets on a midi above Miles Turner, and then he finds a mismatch a couple times against Freeman, and basically the fact that the again, that's Raf's words, but after, of course, looking at the clip with his highlights, we can see how he was quick enough to get baskets over Turner, over Siakam, over Halliburton, and over Mathurin. I mean, not just a great night for him. Great night for Kevin Love showing up, generally speaking, but showing up in that third quarter. So great insertion into the starting lineup. Great night for Highsmith. Great night for Nico with the mask. Butler trolling him with that mask. I think it's great. a great team camaraderie. I want to see Butler play, but again, we don't know whether he's going to play tomorrow or I'm going to make this joke as many times as possible, whether he's going to play tomorrow or when my grandkids go to college. The most important thing I think is that, again, right, Haka is also showing, so basically the bench unit showing a lot of positives, generally speaking. I think that the culprits of always, meaning Rozier, especially, Raf calls it a chaotic style of offense. I agree with him. I tend to agree with him on that. But also Jay Rich. I mean, any of those guys, and you cannot have them together, which happened with Spo. So in any case, any of those guys are not really helping the team as much, but we still have ways. And that shows a lot. This is not necessarily the most typical win because we truly did fend off a third quarter with Kevin Love's just amazing night. So that was a little bit, but that was not the only thing that was happening, right? Whether or not Kevin Love took those shots before and after Kevin Love, we're still above 50%. Our thing was beyond the arc, and maybe that was where the game could have been a little bit closer. But I do think that it indicates that we are on a good path, meaning Bam Adebayo has been getting his 20 points, his double-doubles, more frequently, even though a lot of them are at the end of the game. Still, against the Pistons, those scores did matter. Against right now the Pacers, the points did matter. Against the Suns, the points did matter, and so forth. Right? So we're getting a better version of Bam. We're still to see changes in terms of Rozier, but it does give us a little bit of hope in terms of, yes, this is what the team is capable of doing when Bam is doing well. This is what the team is capable of doing when you have a functioning bench. This is what the team is capable of doing when Herro is very consistently solid on offense, even though yesterday is a little bit off beyond the arc. So basically, that's it. I mean, there's nothing else to say. I really hope that we can see more of that tomorrow. And of course, again, right, we're not going to be the favorites for tomorrow. We're going to be the underdogs again. And for the reason that they have lost 2 straight and 1 against us. So they definitely want to get their revenge. Reminding folks that we... last season, we lost it at 1-2 in the series. So hopefully we can see the same kind of energy. And hopefully we can see Butler back soon before I even have grandkids. Let's go Heat. Stay safe, stay dry, and stay as happy as possible in this complicated world of ours. But let's go Heat. That's the last thing I want to say. Let's go Heat.